check my beard, make sure all the food's out of it, because we just had Emma's again. Anyway, part 2 of the day, 6-9. We have this morning worked on the Honda a little bit, and this afternoon we're going to go to the international project and we're going to work on this 6-9. So today we're going to get all this loose wiring off here, try to pull the heads off. Anything else you want to say?
Well, I at least want to get to where we can take the water pump stuff off. I want the heads off. I want to look in the cylinders today, see what they look like. Little tip, as we take stuff apart, we've done the same thing on Adam's bike, but use freezer bags, because they've got the little place on them, and yes, I can't spell. I had to think for a second, back up, but I'm not going to waste the bag. But they've got the little box you can write with a Sharpie on what it is, injector lines. And this right here is one of the guides off the injector lines, and all my injector line stuff is going to go in that baggie, and it's going to go in that tote as we take stuff apart. So head bolts, different mounting bracket bolts, things like that. And I'll have a bag full of bolts and baggies, but all of them will tell me what they went off of. Because as you take things apart, you go, oh yeah, I'll remember where that goes. Yeah, no. You've had it apart for a month, you go put it back together, you don't remember what anything is.
And this is especially important in this particular garage because we work on multiple projects. So, and
something might happen, I hope not, that we spend a few more months away from putting this motor back together for some odd reason or another, but we hope not.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get started. We already got the air filter off of it. You want to grab that air filter?
Yeah. So this motor had 17,000 miles on it. Guy wrecked the truck. So check out that. I mean, it's like a brand new one.
Fancy.
And then the filter looks brand new on the inside, but where that's been open on the end here, there's little critters that have made a home inside there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take the motor apart, and it'll be kind of like our own little archaeological dig here, because this thing is set for 30 years like this in a sawmill shed. So not necessarily open to the elements, but open to temperature and wildlife and insects, and I don't know what we're going to find as we take this apart. I'm hoping it's really clean on the inside would be ideal, but we'll find out.
Yep, let's dig into it. we're going to take a minute here to see what's happening, how things are going.
So we've been busting everything down, inspecting everything. The valve covers look amazing. I mean, this thing's really clean.
I pulled the valve cover out. Let them see it. I mean, not the top one. It's had all the oil.
That one's had some oil in it, but check that one out. I mean, it looks brand new.
It's brand new.
So, however, you know, we know this thing's been sitting out. We don't know everything that's going on with it. I just, believe it or not, broke all the exhaust manifold stud loose and pulled them out. Didn't snap one off. Never had any issues. But look here. See what's in there? Look at that. Now, come here with me. I'm going to go ahead and dump this out. We'll see how much of it falls out. And them are soybean seeds is what them are, or soybeans what them are. Soybean seeds. Yeah, they're soybeans. So that had to happen last year because Donald just started planting soybeans last year. So that wasn't the year before last. So yeah. But anyways, that's why we're tearing it down, because we don't know what all's in here.
Well, I'm working on the other side of the exhaust manifold, so we're going to get back to it. So, in today's episode of what you find inside a water pump. Look at
30-year-old water pump.
Yeah. It's pretty gross. What we suppose that is up in there.
Well, definitely got some water into it.
Just a little bit of rust, right?
Just a little.
Overall, it's pretty decent.
Hey, it was sealed pretty good.
And I wish I had a flashlight. Here, I do. Give me my phone.
You got a shop light in there.
Trouble lights are just exactly that.
Well, cord right there already.
Trouble. See if I can get a... There you go. There's a more of a look of what is inside the water pump area. It needs cleaned up a little bit, but
Yeah, just a little bit.
it'll be all right. Continue on.
We're going to put them heads in the other room. So,
Do you want me to help him or not?
yes. Ready? Ready?
Sorry, you're swinging the hammer at me. Short. gentlemen, that is what it's like to tear down a 30-year-old International indirect injection engine. 6.9 liter. So we'll do a little walk around here. We got the heads off. You look down there, this thing only had 17,000 miles. So you can still see some of the machining, which you probably can't see it on the camera, but
In the light, you can see the cross hatching, especially like in this one right here.
yep, it is not wore at all. It's funny because everything on here came apart so easy. We don't even understand why. We had a broken, what was that, an intake
manifold bolt.
Intake
I think
manifold
that was from
bolt?
the wreck it was in.
Yeah, it was a broken bolt, and I put vice grips on it, and it just came right out. It wasn't even
Here,
difficult.
You might be able to see with that light, see some of the cross hatching that's still available. I don't know if they can or not, but
But here's what the heads look like. They're on the floor. Here's the top half. You got your valve springs. There's your valves.
I mean, really, other than you know, we're going to re-ring it and put total seal rings in it. Other than that, I say we'll probably pretty much just put it all back together. We're gonna flip it over and kind of take a look at the bottom end and see what it looks like. But because in order to take the pistons out, put the rings on, obviously we got to take the you know, the rod caps loose and take everything out. But we're gonna kind of check the bearings, and 17,000 mile bearings, I may not mess with them. I may just leave the same ones in there and go on.
And there's the intake. We got it out. And here's something that we do. Done it a lot. Cardboard box. We've got it labeled right here, back and then front on this end.
And in theory, they should all be the same length. It shouldn't matter. It's just something we've always done to try and keep the right ones in the right place. Yeah, you got your wear pattern, because this particular rocker for 17,000 miles wore against the bowl right here. And so trying to keep that wear pattern the same, rather than, you know, mismatching two different ones that don't have the same wear pattern. Theoretically, they should all have the same, but machining wise, kind of feel like it's better to just do it this way.
So we're just keeping track of where they go. It's kind of like our plastic bag system, making sure that everything goes back the way we found it when we put it back together. So we'll do a little walk around here one more time, check out the 6.9. If you guys have any questions or want to know any information, leave us something in the comments. We'll see if we can get you an answer. But that is pretty much what we're working with. That's going to go in the 68 International.
Got the shoehorn in there. It's a little bit longer than the existing motor.
It's going to be a fun project when we get that far, but for now, I'm going to start rebuilding this, and we'll see how it goes.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.